All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Vinland Saga, Episode 1. All right, so this is a new show, replacing The Promised Neverland. And yeah, we've heard a lot of good things about this one.
It's apparently about Vikings.
Vikings.
And the manga is incredibly good.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah.
I'm very, very excited to get into this show, as I was a huge fan of the Vikings live-action TV show.
Oh, yes.
I've always been a fan of kind of studying Viking history. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in there, and it's also a very unique time where they're, kind of raiding and pillaging and stuff like that, but there's a lot of culture shifting that happened
because of the Vikings.
Yeah, in that area because of what they did.
Right.
And,
And Studio Wit is animating this.
Studio Wit
is animating this. Oh, boy.
The closest thing we get to Studio Nut,
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
So, if you're just finding us for the first time, welcome to the channel. But, let's just jump right into it. We're watching Gladiator. There's gonna be a hand going through the crane. Oh, this looks good.
This looks really good.
Oh, this looks good, Jacob. Oh. God. Oh,
wow.
Whoa. Oh my God, this is awesome.
Oh man.
Whoa. Oh yeah, let's get
it.
Oh. Who's this marauder, bro?
That sounds like Bro Skandar's voice actor. Oh my God. This is gorgeous. This is so gorgeous. Oh. Oh shoot. Oh,
that was close. He's huge too.
Yeah.
Or our main character Thor's is small.
Oh, Floki.
Okay. All right.
This is so amazing.
I like how the chainmail looks.
Shit.
Wow.
Oh my God. What? Whoa! No wonder they needed to break up Attack on Titan Season 3. Because, like... Wow.
Too slow. Jeez.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Everyone has a. Everyone has a. Oh. Okay.
Oh no.
Oh. Well done. Oh. Nice. Oh. Underwater combat. Wow.
This looks so good.
Yeah, he's leaving the What a badass. Who is this guy? Like, holy crap.
So is he gonna be like the dad of the main character kind of a thing?
He could be the main character. Like, he's not that old. Like, he looks like 30. Oh, that's a shot.
This looks
so my
good.
God.
Like,
that looks like a freaking, like, gorgeous painting right there. Vinland Saga. All right.
I am on board. I love the use of 3D, gotta say.
Yeah.
Like for the boats and the hail and the wheat in the beginning.
Yep.
Like, okay.
Yeah, for those groups of men there on the boats, yeah.
Oh man.
Okay.
Gotcha. So so this guy's the main character.
Right, okay.
Knives, I like it. Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. Oh boy.
All right.
Yeah, I get the feeling that he's related to that guy somehow or something.
He's actually probably the other guy's son because he's blonde,
Sure, yeah.
Oh wait, no, the wife was blonde.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, definitely.
Oh man, and
they're mourning someone. Okay.
Oh, maybe the death of his buddy.
Maybe. Oh, this is
looks too good.
Wow. Oh, that was awesome.
Oh boy.
What's a heavy metal too?
Whoa, was that person eating parts of people? I gotta say, I love that. Oh. Whoa.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I love that the guy that we saw at the beginning is in the opening so much, because I was kind of worried that he was just gonna die.
Right, right.
But now it looks like he'll probably...
He's a proper badass.
Yeah. Somewhere not here. Wow.
So this might be our MC.
Yeah.
And he starts off as a wholesome boy before
normal life kind of a thing.
Like
yeah.
the real world kind of hits him or something.
Yeah.
Piano.
This is too amazing.
This is so good. Okay, so what is that 9 years later? I think it was 993.
I think so.
Aww. Oh,
whoa.
That's a thick cow.
Yeah.
That cow's got some meat on him. Like, whoa.
Get a lot of steaks out of that guy.
But he longs for the sea.
Yeah.
To see the sea.
Ooh.
Yeah, the art is really
absolutely top tier.
Yeah. The storyteller that gives him all the
and this lightning too.
Oh, never mind. This water looks good. This water
yeah.
looks great.
Oh man.
Dang. Wow.
Vinland. Gotcha.
So I think that's actually potentially England. Well, no, Leif Erikson. That actually might be North America then. Yeah.
Although if they're in Iceland, then
no. They know of Iceland, I think. Oh wait, they're on Iceland?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. It's possible, yeah. Oh, nope. We're definitely in North America.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Because there was Eric the Red, but Leif Erikson was, I think the one that followed up after him. Or they went together. I'm a little bit spotty on that whole thing. Oh.
西にはヨルムンガンドがいて、
Ah.
着く船をみんな食べちゃうんだ。
Nice, nice.
この先は何にもないんだ。
And if you're playing the Age of Empires campaigns, you actually die.
Yeah.
みんな言ってるよ。おっちゃんはヒゲ生えた子供だって。
Oh.
人間ばっかで戦の役に立たないって。
Ha ha ha!
トルフィンは信じるよね。
He's like, I've been rejected.
Yeah.
ホールズ。こいつら。と言ってやってくれ。さあ、今日はお開きだ。
Alright, alright.
みんなを送ってやってくれ。はい、トールズさん。
So we got Ari, Thor's.
Oh, escaped prisoner. Man, in this cold.
No, this is Ari.
弱ってるのはこの2頭だけだったよ。
おお、寒かったな、ユルバちゃん。
Ilva.
おじさんがあっため。
We have the old perv here. Yep.
いずれ誰も越せぬような冬が来るかもしれん。わしの国では
It's rough country, yeah.
弟が移住の計画を立てている。遠いのだろう。なーに。わしは往復してきたさ。
How long did it take you, though?
Must have taken a long ass time.
He's an imaginative boy. Yes.
かかってこい、化け物。 シルエ、自分のベッドに行きなよ、狭いよ。やだ。
I'm cold.
ずるいぞ、このベッドは僕が。
Ha ha!
ベオかおいで。あ 姉上が抱っこしてあげる。
And attack! Nice, nice. He's got a good, wholesome family.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a lot of snow.
は予想だ。毎年聞くな。
Okay, wow.
変わり者なんだから。
Progressive for Vikings.
Mm-hmm. Daijoubu-ka?
この下、なんで
Oh, the prisoner! They froze to death in the snow!
Oh man.
Oh, wow, she's perceptive!
Yeah.
ねえ、おっちゃん。昨日の話、どこまで本当なの？
どこってなんじゃい。全部本当だい。
じゃあさ、
Nice, putting some pitch on
自分の目で見れば信じるよ。
the boat.
そういうのを信じ。
Well said. Well said.
ここらの海はな、ドルフィン。
Mm.
わしは若い頃、流氷に
おお
飛んだことがある。グリーンランドへ移り住んだばかりだったからな。には船が氷に潰され、わしらはどうしようもなく海の上を歩いて
Holy
Wow.
crap.
気づいた時にはわししかいなかった。
You just realized they died in the night. That's freaky.
僕らはそうまでして、こんな北の島。
Oh, good point. Because there's all the other Vikings that are in, Norway,
ヘル
Sweden.
ガ、湯を沸かしてくれ。イルバ、毛皮だ。
はい。
Oh, dang.
Oh yeah, he's got that frostbite. His limbs are toast.
血を強くして。
Yeah.
逃げた奴隷だよ。かくまったら揉め事になるよ。
もっと東の地に住んどった。ノルウェーという名。
Ah, okay,
There we
cool, cool.
ここらより暖かく。
Wow.
の凍らん。
Oh, so gorgeous.
たくさんの
Fjords.
盛られたいい土地だ。
Uh-huh.
だがある日、ハラルド
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the king from the OP?
勢いで村々を制圧し、
Wow.
彼は最初の統一ノルウェー王を名乗り支配者になった。
I forgot his title, but I remember this guy from history.
服従するか、さもなくば。
Gotcha. And that's what was the deal with the dad.
So he would rather be here in the horrible wasteland than be a slave, basically.
Right.
So he would never enslave someone else to be like Harold, basically.
Right.
父上、僕のご先祖様が。
Yeah, saw that line coming.
Mm-hmm.
おっちゃんのバーカ。おけちじ。
He's not that old. It's the rough life of Vikings. They probably don't live to be above 50,
Yeah.
Jeez, he's still going at it.
Yeah.
Oh my god! No way!
帰った。
おい、あんた、名を言えるか。寒い。火だ、イルバ。
That's good. He's able to tell that he's cold. That's
Yep,
good.
yep.
戻されるのか。ハーフダン様の。
Halfdan.
ハーフだ。やっぱり山の向こうから。
Okay.
通るぜ。来てくれ。ハーフダンが港に。
Oh,
Okay.
crap.
また何か難癖つけに来たんだ。あんたじゃないと相手できん。
Oh, crap.
奴隷がどうとか言って強引に上陸しやがった。鎖は人間に似合う唯一の首飾りだ。
Oh,
Wow.
銀でもね。鉄の鎖だ。
Right asshole.
そう思わんか。
And he's got the evil goatee and
Yep,
everything.
yep, yep. I was going to say.
Yep.
奴隷が一匹鎖を断ち切って逃げた。
Ooh.
心当たりはあるか。
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. Nice, 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 nice. Good. So he is somewhat of a leader.
Yeah.
つなぐぞ、貴様。
Tentacle powers.
Oh!
Oh! Wait.
論じる者は忘れるな。
Wait, so what was...
He stripped his flesh. The chain tension caught, and it just scarred his whole
And
face.
I guess, yeah, well, and it's also so cold out, like, because I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
might have had, like, little spikes on it or something, but...
Oh.
ここはどこだ。
Yeah, he's not even gonna survive.
Yeah.
安らかな親父おふくろ姉さんも
Wow. Oh.
ここにいたのか心配してたんだ
はるかな西海の向こうにヴィンランドという名の土地がある。そこは暖かく豊かで奴隷商人も戦の炎も届かか俺たちと一緒にその地
Oh,
で
that's
暮らせ
beautiful.
るんだ。
Oh.
フィンランド
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
見つけたぞ。無作法は許せよ通るぜ。ハーフだ。この男いくらで買った？
Oh.
父上そんなこと聞いちゃ失礼よ。
羊2頭、若いメスだ。3頭やる。俺が顔の奴隷の前で見せしめにご。
Oh, crap. Yeah, that. Yeah. Oh. Oh, God.
4頭だ。愛といえば。だそう。すべて3歳以下のメスで。
Oh, bro. Wow. What a dramatic way to
Yeah.
showcase his character.
いい取引だぜ。
Yeah, that is a good deal for you. It's
Very
an
good
amazing
deal.
deal.
嘘衝動性
Ilva's just like, Dad, you are an idiot.
姉上悲しいの悲しいわよ。羊8頭もしたのにあっという間に死んじゃったのよ。
Yeah, yeah. Ask why.
逃げてきたの。レイフのおっちゃんがご先祖様が東から逃げてきたって。
そう伝えられている。
じゃあ、ここからも逃げたい人は
Oh.
どこに？
Oh, crap.
Are they coming for him?
They're going to Iceland. That's Harold. Oh, shoot.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is.
This is Eimer. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, these visuals are so gorgeous.
I want to hear this in full.
Oh. Wow. Oh man.
I love it.
Oh man, this is so good. Wow. I really hope the dad doesn't die.
I think if anything, the worry is that when Harold arrives, whether or not he'll be a representative for the island or the other guy will be. Because that's my thought, is that the other guy probably and him are rivals in that they both have considerable power on the island. But when push comes to shove, they'll both defend the island together from Harold, you know?
Sure.
And I could see it being a thing where, you know, what's his name? Thorsfinn? The son? Thorsfinn?
Something.
I'll go back and check
Okay.
on it, but he might have to be like hidden away or something. Okay, all right.
This was absolutely incredible.
This was a good first episode in terms of
Wow.
presentation, in terms
man.
of the story,
Yeah.
in terms of
Yeah.
the characters getting introduced. But the
Whew.
big thing is that, like, Studio Wit, you know how to do
Yeah.
us good with regards to all this, like,
It's-
this beautiful animation.
It's this
Just
kind
well
of
done.
it's this kind of thing that makes me exceptionally glad that
Uh-huh.
they took the break between Attack on Titan Part 1 of Season 3 and
Sure.
Part 2. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't just Attack on Titan that they had to work on. They were probably working on this, you know,
Yeah.
at the same time. So,
Yeah. And,
boy.
And
Wow.
what we got as a result, this looks really good. Like,
So good.
this looks really good.
ridiculous.
So the thing is that they had little 3D elements in there, which
Mm-hmm.
can be, you know, a little worrisome if you're, you know,
using it when it's not supposed to be used.
uh-huh.
But like using it for the arrows and the hail and the ships, like
Yeah,
like
there are
Inanimate objects. Good.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that were, making us kind of aware of, it popped out at us as 3D. So it's not it's not perfect, but having perfect 3D usage when you're having 2D on the screen as well is really difficult anyway.
Right.
So
and using it for the particle effects and things like that, all those little things that you don't want to have to draw a bunch of.
But then when they did the 2D animation and it was good, it was really good.
Oh man, like that fight sequence.
Those fight sequences were really something.
Absolutely wonderful. Like that was
and
incredible.
I've missed medieval style combat.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not not slow. It's just like
last
just
2-3
one
seconds
hit,
maybe.
you're dead.
Yeah,
you're done.
Yeah, and because like the only other thing I really have to compare it to as far as like medieval combat goes is like Berserk. And 97, of course, and one, that's 97, and a lot of it was more still frames than anything else. But two, when it comes to like Guts' sword, for instance,
it's a bit unrealistic.
It's a bit unrealistic.
Yeah.
So having things like what we have here,
right.
This is it does my heart so much good. Like this is wonderful.
Yeah,
this is wonderful.
So
it's so fluid.
So we have our badass character in Thor's. Who's named after the god of thunder, as aptly
as
so.
You do.
He is a god of combat and just bringing the thunder.
Yeah.
But we have our main character, or believed to be the main character based on the OP, Thorfinn, who is the son, and we've got this classic, my village with our wholesome family and an older sister, a mom. We got the full package here. And we've got even the kooky old explorer type in Leif Erikson.
Right.
They're freaking Leif Erikson,
good
y'all.
Catch on a lot of the historical names that they dropped here, because a lot of these names apparently are like legit people.
Yeah.
So
like Harold, that's another one that I recognize. I didn't remember his title when I watched the thing here, but it's Harold Fairheart. Fairhair. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think the reason why I actually recognize that one is more so because I think there's some iteration of him in the Vikings TV show. Because the Vikings is less so historically accurate. They just use names that are in, in real history, and then kind of switch their story stuff around.
I thought you were going to say it was from Age of Empires.
Well, actually, there's another Harold in Age of Empires that I was thinking of.
Oh yeah.
But there's this one here, and then we've got another Floki, in this one here. We have no idea who he is, but he's someone in this.
And so apparently, because you were checking.
So this is something that's interesting. When I was looking up the title for Harold, and I was like, oh, okay, right. So that's who he is and stuff. It gave his family in the thing there, and
Wikipedia history
who knew
spoilers.
That maybe we won't Wikipedia anything else after this, but apparently Harold's father is named Halfdan the Black.
So
which we met a Halfdan in
that
this
very much
episode.
liked black.
Well, his black hair.
Well, yeah, I know.
Usually,
but he also like dressed all in black, and, and whatnot. And so maybe it's just something where they're just taking a bunch of names, but if because they don't have to have it be totally historically accurate, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be happening here.
Totally,
Leif Erikson could just randomly die in the next episode.
Even though I think he's not going to die until he's like 50 or something like that.
Yeah, so he's got another 10 years or 15 years or so. But
right.
But okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. In some ways, this is part of the thing that's really interesting about adapting from history. If you think about it, the manga is basically a historical adaptation. You take some real places, events, people, and then you create your OCs into that whole world, and there you go.
It's a great way to do it.
Yeah, it's a fun way to do that. I loved reading historical fiction growing up.
Oh yeah, they'd be
because
great.
There's a lot of cool stories out there where instead of just reading it like a history book, you basically put an OC into the midst and have them be a perspective character.
Right.
And then you embellish a little bit onto like specific details and stuff, and you can tell stories where maybe the reason why we know anything about those characters in history is just because of these events, but we actually don't have any first or even second-hand accounts of
Right.
their story.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of have to do a little bit of an embellished third person perspective,
Right.
you know, kind of story on it. And that's what this could be. Like, who knows? Maybe Thors and Thorfinn and their family and all here, Helga and Ylva, they're all real people that we know about, but we don't actually know what their story was.
Now,
for
one of the
instance.
things that I'm really curious by from this episode that we got is that apparently North America is Vinland.
Well, I believe that's legit.
Yeah.
I believe that's legit.
No,
they
but-
did have a name for it before.
No, it's not
know,
the name.
once they
It's not the
discovered
name.
it,
It's the
yeah.
fact that the name of this show is Vinland Saga.
Oh, right. Yes.
Now, here's the thing.
yeah.
Where do we run away from here, right? You know,
Yeah.
to
Vinland Saga,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Vinland Saga. There you go. Now the OP seems very much for like conflict with the army that seemed to be coming
A
to their
very
village at the
Nordic
end of the-
centric
Right,
conflict
exactly.
within the whole areas of the, you know, the sea
Right.
surrounding.
And
Norway
I don't know if this
Iceland
is going
and
to
stuff
be
like that.
one core or two. I can't remember. off the top of my
99%
head.
sure this is a 2-core.
Okay, and I
setup.
mean they could totally change the OP, you know, after the first core, anyways.
Hey, sure,
but
that's a good
but
point.
that might be the direction then for this part of the show, right?
Yeah.
Is that okay? There's people are coming, and the guy that's leading them almost kind of looks like the Thorkel guy, but also different. So maybe that's because of
It's
like,
probably Harold, though.
yeah,
like-
yeah, right. Is it? It's
We're talking
actually-
about the guy at the end of the episode.
right. He was blonde and big, and
who was coming
Right.
seemingly towards Iceland, potentially in a boat
yeah,
with a bunch of soldiers.
right. And
bunch
because
of
of
Vikings.
because of the time skip, it could be his, Thor's buddy from back then.
Yes,
but,
it could be.
but it could be someone
Been
else
15
too.
years, yeah.
But so then if we have this conflict over on this little village home, I'm very excited for that, because the thing is that they've established a good emotional connection to this location and the
Yes.
characters of this location.
Yes, definitely.
And based on the opening, I'm just going to, take a wild guess that they're not going to go for the classic tragic backstory where suddenly everybody dies immediately, right?
It's more like they're going to have to leave this place.
Right, and they're probably going to try and defend it for a little bit before then, but basically if that's where a large point of the struggle revolves around, I am so on board for that. Like that'll
that's
be
exciting.
really good.
Yeah. In some ways, though, this is part of the thing that makes me kind of interested in, because in the OP there's this like walled city and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That seems like an England type thing.
Right.
So what I'm thinking is going to happen is that Iceland is going to become a non-sustainable future because of incursions or because of the cold or what have you. But they can't just go to Vinland.
Right.
So they have to go to England first, because
And then
Norway is occupied by a hostile king.
And that could be really good, because then they have enemies on two different fronts.
It just becomes complicated.
Right,
basically.
exactly, because you could have
Yeah.
the people that are chasing them and are like, you ran away, whatever, we want to kill you.
Right.
And then there's we fled to this area that is very much occupied, and they might not like the fact that we're here.
Yeah,
so,
and England was not a unified place at this
No,
point, so
that's
there's
true.
a lot of different people,
Yeah,
politics, all
yeah.
kinds of stuff. We're coming off of the Dark Ages and stuff.
oh boy.
I don't remember if we're like, yeah, I'm trying to remember some of my history stuff, but I think basically what we're our main problem here is that if we're going for the angle of this being a thing where we'll get into England and stuff, the main conflict could be centered around the point that Vikings intermingled quite freely with England after a certain point in history, to the point where it changes a lot of the gene pool, if you will. Like, it changed a lot of the ways that things were
and certainly the culture.
going there, and the culture in a lot of ways as well. But then there's also the stuff that goes down to France. So what I'm curious about is that if Vinland is this this dream that's out there, this unattainable place that maybe eventually we'll go towards, and if it's the dream of Leif Erikson, in terms of that it's his thing, he's experienced it and stuff, but if it's his, I don't know if it will translate over smoothly to the son, Thorfinn,
right?
Because of the way the OP seems to put him into more of this hardened, like, kind of like
Yeah,
edgy
I don't see
killer
there
kind of look.
Right, I don't see there being much of the dreamer.
No, not
Yeah.
really much at all. So maybe this is a story about him reconnecting with the old dream that he had when he was young over
Right.
the course of time.
But before we do that,
But
we'll
before we do that, we have
him
to go
lose
through
it.
losing the dream
Right.
and also losing his innocence and all that other kind of
Right.
good stuff.
And
So,
the fact that
yeah.
it doesn't look like, well, okay,
Yeah.
or if it does have something to do with basically family getting killed and things like that, I'm excited to have it be drawn out.
Yeah, maybe what it'll be is he'll just lose one family member,
Sure.
and it will be a thing of where they'll still all be together minus the one, but it's how they each react to it differently.
Right.
Because in some ways, what I'm liking about what they've set up with the characterization of the father, which is so good, it's very dramatic.
Yep.
But it's also a very powerful contradiction to the warrior we saw in
Right.
the beginning scene.
Mm-hmm.
What we see is someone who takes an entire ship by himself,
Yeah.
like a badass.
He is a total badass.
And the thing is he did have that kind of check as he saw that, Money, I'm sorry, and
Right.
then the person dies, and he just kind of goes,
Yep.
okay. But he it takes it, catches his breath a little bit there. But yeah, he has no qualms with killing tons of people. We don't know why that battle was happening or why that war was happening.
And it was from what we can tell, it was probably something where that was something that just he had to do on behest of King Harold,
Maybe,
and
yeah,
that's why
sure.
he went off by himself. I'll stop the enemy by myself, and he did a lot.
Mhm.
And then, oh no, he falls into the water with this other guy.
Well, maybe it's the convenient excuse for him to escape and get
right,
away.
exactly. And then he falls into the water.
Yeah.
Oh, he died.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is that by having his character have a portion of his characterization being something where he specifically rejects the idea of slavery, which is a very common thing held in practice at this point in time for Vikings, and because they would be taking and raiding and pillaging and taking all their plunder, and a lot of that plunder was slaves, people that they would end up essentially forcing into subjugated, status. Now, the thing is that his encounter with Halfdan basically shows someone who is a strong potential warrior but has put away his weapons, has put away that life, and then sees one life who, for all intensive purposes, was one of the least valuable lives in terms of like a deal if you trade in human lives.
Right, like that, like he could have been dead before the deal even happened.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And he values that life more in some ways than even the means by which he's going to help his family through winter. Like,
yeah.
Like, this is a guy who very much values freedom to the point of it being bigger than his own life.
Right. He is incredibly principled.
Incredibly principled.
Yeah.
Like, I love when characters showcase that, but have something that contradicts that.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
because he's also he
has the past of being a
right.
like a war machine.
Like,
he
theoretically
killed hundreds, probably.
Like, he theoretically could have, like, when they were in that cabin. Now, of course, he wouldn't do that because his family's there, But and he wouldn't have been able to take on the small army that was at the shore. Oh yeah, and he would have had to go get his weapons. Yeah, and that shot of the chest with the weapons all locked up. That's a great picture because one, it's the Chekhov's gun almost in a literal sense.
Yes.
Like these weapons are going to be used.
Yes.
And very quickly, very soon. But also just the idea that he had completely put that away, and yet when he was making the deal, he stands up to make the deal, and this dude's huge. A beast.
Like, and the thing is that, remember how we were comparing him to the golden-haired guy?
Yeah.
Who was even bigger than him?
Who's even bigger, and that's kind of why I hope that guy is the one that's coming after them, because he would be so terrifying. Like, if he's that much bigger than the dad, holy shit. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like, because he cut through the men, but then he also cut through the mast of the ship with that axe. Like, that was probably the most, like, anime kind of thing that he did.
He's a giant.
He's but the thing is,
giant,
the thing is, though, is that reality is stranger than fiction.
Yes.
And things like that, I wouldn't
Well, we
entirely
have
put it
accounts
past them.
through history of people that were actual giants, and
Right.
it's not even outside the realm of possibility, considering that right now the tallest man alive is what, like 9 feet tall.
Mhm.
Like, what's that guy from China? Like, he's
Really
huge.
tall.
He's
Yeah.
huge.
And even if
Huge.
you just look at like some of the biggest, like beefiest boys out there,
Yeah.
yeah, hmm
Yeah.
and that's with like, yeah. Now, granted, their lives are probably revolve around staying fit and whatnot.
Right.
But if you put it into a situation where heavy manual labor is just what you do, that's just
Yeah.
a part of
and then
life.
also killing people.
Yeah, and also killing people. Like, yeah.
And you also live in a harsh
Mhm.
you live in a harsh environment where the actual elements are trying to kill you
Oh, yeah.
almost like 9 months out of the year,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
reason. There's a reason why Vikings as an aesthetic and a setting and all of that stuff is so much fun because there's like that primal kind of aspect of like,
Right.
oh yeah, we're gonna get to see some dudes killing each other. Like,
And these dudes are going to be big dudes.
yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm reminded of when Zeppeli brings up the whole North Wind with the Vikings thing in JoJo's Part 1. Just
Oh.
saying that basically that the environment, the winds, the struggle that
Mhm.
the Vikings that created them into this terrifying,
Yep.
race of
Right. Like
of
the fact
monsters.
the fact that Thor was able to cut through so many people on a boat
Yeah.
that easily doesn't seem that surprising, especially if it's something where it's like, like these people are from like, from England and they haven't had to maybe struggle as much, like
sure,
a lot of them are
absolutely, yeah.
probably like, farmers or things like that. And
Well, we know that at the very least, because of the way the sea goes, if you go past Denmark and you go into what's now kind of northern Ukraine, there's a sea that goes all the way towards Russia. And he said that this was a Slav.
oh,
Is a young Slav.
gotcha.
Because the thing is my brain kind of freaked out for a second and saw it's a young slave and just inputted the E like without even intending to. But you go back and he says he's a Slav, which means he's a Russian, Eastern European, and stuff like that.
Oh,
So it
interesting.
showcases the areas that they would raid. So
Gotcha.
they go to plenty of other places where there are no Vikings
point.
or people that aren't necessarily prepared to face them on the sea.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, they're longboats. The Vikings' boats being so shallow upon the waves and stuff, like barely sinking below water at all.
Well,
are able
and-
to just kind of just go.
And the fact that, like, okay, you have someone who discovers North America.
Sure.
Now maybe I don't know how historically accurate it is of him just sort of going there. Maybe he had a bunch of other people helping him or something.
So it is accurate. Leif Erikson did get to North America.
Right, but
There was another one that went before him, but I believe that's the case. at least.
but I'm talking about how big of an expedition was it? Was it him going with like one or two other people, or by
they went with
himself?
they went with a bunch of people.
or a bunch of people. Yeah. But even so,
Yeah, I believe it was Eric the Red that landed in like Nova Scotia, essentially.
okay.
And it didn't really go that well, so they either had to immediately go back or they died. I don't remember exactly what happened, but then I think Leif Erikson was either the second one that went across, and he had a much bigger
Right, but like
expedition.
But this wasn't some like super triple masted like
yes,
massive ship.
yeah,
Like Viking longboat.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
making that trek is kind of a big deal.
right.
So yeah. Oh man,
Yeah.
but this show's great. The ED with Amer or however it's pronounced. Ame, yeah.
Yeah.
Was wonderful.
Yeah,
It was absolutely incredible, so relaxing and wonderful. And then, but just the show in general,
yeah,
is
and
gorgeous, has so much heart to it.
yeah, and they've set up, I would say, a good kind of story arc without there being really much of an arc, because we were just giving a bunch of characterization to our main cast as of now.
Right.
But they've also hinted at a much larger cast that's out there,
Mhm.
in
Yep.
Norway for one, but then wherever they end up being forced to go to after
Yep.
this whole thing
yeah.
happens in Iceland. So yeah, y'all, we've got a
Oh,
good
boy.
show on our hands.
We do.
Got a pretty good show, and this was a long episode actually in terms of length. I believe it
Oh.
was coming close up to 30 minutes in terms of
Really?
actual runtime.
That's impressive.
Now, there's an OP and, an ED.
Right,
and,
right.
and all
But
that
even
as
so,
well.
that's
But yeah, I think it was about 3 minutes longer than normal
Wow.
actual episode.
and they still had that absolutely gorgeous opening bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, even like I know a bunch of people don't like 3D, but specifically having the wheat be 3D, I loved that. That like it felt like an actual thing, that you could feel and touch. And
Anyone else though expect a ayo shallow?
Yeah.
I mean, freaking Ridley Scott and Gladiator, with
but
like
in
a
a lot of
hand
ways,
coding throughout it and stuff.
like, okay, I wouldn't be
Shadow.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a direct reference to Gladiator, because if you think about it,
Gladiator's really new.
no, it was 2000.
I know, but compared to the manga,
No, I don't think the manga for this is that long.
really,
Is that old?
really,
Maybe it is.
I don't know. Okay,
Well, but because
We'll see.
what you have is you have the veteran warrior, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who also has a family back home, right? And
well,
he is
that was at home basically. It was just him, I think, imagining Vinland.
Well, no, I don't think so, because I don't think he'd been told about it yet. But it's him thinking. Well, and also that part is 15 years later, so it wouldn't have been Vinland, I don't think. But
Okay,
but he's thinking about his family and
Right.
the fact that he has to go now, right?
Right.
And he's
And
in this.
then his wife is behind him in that part in the beginning. Helga's behind him with his kid.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like his family is not there.
No, he's on the boat at this point. He's going into war.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
gotcha.
the idea of
Uh-huh.
when you're having the close brush with death,
Right.
You're
That's
thinking-
what you think of.
right? That's what you think of, and the fact
Right.
that they do the wheat there. Yeah, it's like
Right.
if he had
But-
brushed his hand through the wheat, that would have been like
Yes, but then we would have known he was going to die.
Sure.
The thing is I was saying that was a memory. That was either a specific
Oh
memory,
yes, definitely.
or, and this is something to
Mhm.
think about, is that in terms of the time, no, Leif wouldn't have come back and stuff, but yeah, maybe that's Norway then. Because the thing is that
yeah, right, because it wouldn't have been Thorfinn. It would have been the daughter,
right, because it was
because it was 15 years,
it was 15 years, so.
and there was just the one kid.
Yeah. Okay,
But-
cool. Also, I like the idea of it's so simple, but him actually having a sibling, Thorfinn. So many
Oh,
of
yeah.
these stories, they're just
Right.
like, our only child.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm just like, no, give him a sibling.
Yep.
Let's have some more characters in here.
Mhm.
Why not? Because I was like, I love that this daughter is also older, so it makes him feel maybe a little bit even more like the underdog. In
Right, and
terms
he
of
has
this whole
to
thing
be plucky and grow up fast and all that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop having my sister. My sister shouldn't give me snuggles. I'm a man.
no.
Like, what?
Yeah. Oh, and also it just brings the focus more onto the family.
Yes.
And I love it when stories focus on family. I love it so much. So
Yeah.
this
Good stuff.
is just wonderful.
Yeah. So y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction discussion for this show right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about these stories, about anime in general. Also, you can talk with Jake about his book he just published.
Yes, my sci-fi novel Battle Lines is still available for order on Amazon. The link is in the description, and at the time this video comes out, I'm not sure, but there may be some signed copies left, so
Yeah.
go check it out.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.